Hello friends, and welcome to a windy walk. Well, I am out walking and I'm thinking thoughts, and so I thought I might as well share some of them. Get a video recorded while I'm out walking in the sunshine and the wind. So hopefully the wind doesn't affect the sound. Should be okay. This phone's pretty good for that. Anyway, I was just thinking to myself, well, I say thinking to myself, but really every time I'm thinking, I'm sharing my thoughts with God and kind of reflecting back and, I don't know, just sharing, talking, conversing, which is what prayer can be, of course. And it's important to have that kind of prayer in your life, to just talk to God as a father, a brother, a friend, and all that good stuff. But anyway, I was reflecting on making things, because at the moment I'm finding that making things is giving me a lot of joy on a deep level. I don't think it's really something you can explain unless it's something that you do as well, and you know that feeling. But it's just a satisfaction. Hello friend. Having the challenge of figuring out how to make things, how to use equipment, which yarns to use, how it's going to be, all the colours. Like, there's so much that goes into one project, even if it appears fairly standard and fairly plain. I think there's a lot that goes into it. And so I've just been thinking about how fulfilling it has been for me lately to be making things and to be finishing things and accomplishing things. Kind of, in a way, I guess, doing things I never really thought I'd be able to do, and feeling quite confident in that. It's such a good feeling to be confident, to go boldly into something, even if it's just a project. It might just be a scarf, it might be a towel, it might be something else. But to not feel any fear and just go into that and immerse yourself in it. And then when you finish, to stand back and go, wow, I did that. I made that. It wasn't perfect. It didn't all go necessarily according to plan, but I did that. I finished that. It's immensely satisfying. And I think my daughter is experiencing something a bit similar right now. She's just up ahead of me with the horse, and they're doing some training, and takes a lot of persistence, if you have horses, you know, to train a horse. And this one's being particularly stubborn today. Let's turn around. Where are they? There they are. But just that slow persistence, and even if you don't get the exact results that you are hoping for, you put in the time, you put in the effort, you had the hope, you hopefully immersed yourself and really enjoyed what you were doing at the time. So some of the things I have been working on lately and completed. It's a really good feeling to be able to complete projects as well. Some things are very long term and others are shorter term. So it's good to have a mixture of the two, I find. And that depends on your personality. Maybe you love the challenge of a really long, difficult project, and maybe you like the shorter, quick rewards of a smaller, shorter project. Anyway, so what I've been doing lately is, today I finished filming a new video for YouTube, which is on another toy loom, but this one's kind of special. It's a vintage loom that was sent to me by a friend, and it's really cool. Like, I haven't seen a loom like this before, and I really have enjoyed making the video, but I love weaving on it as well. It's really fun, and I've got more to explore on that. But I've got the first video for YouTube up. No, it's not up. I've finished filming it. That's all. I've started editing. It's going to be a long one, so that editing takes a while. Okay, so besides that, I am almost completed my next knitting machine pattern for my design store, which I'm really I'm really happy about this. This is one of the things that brings me joy because I've been wanting to do this for ages. I released my first knitting machine pattern, was it last year or the year before? I do not remember. Don't rely on me to remember events. It won't happen. Anyway, so initially there was a very poor response to that pattern, but since I released it, more and more people have been coming across it. I think everyone just sees me as a weaver, so if I do something else, they're like, what? Isn't she a weaver? And I'm like, well, actually I do all kinds of fibre arts things. Weaving is my biggest one, but I do all kinds of other things because I love to, and I love to share those as well. Anyway, so this one is going to be, I'm going to call it a slouchy poncho. So it's kind of a poncho with only one join. The join can run, like the seam can sit on your shoulder, or you can sit the seam at the front, or you can sit the seam at the back. Like you can move it around on your body and it looks good anyway. So that is almost finished. It's blocking at the moment. And then once I seam it up, I have to write the pattern. I've got the basics down for the pattern. I do things differently with patterns all the time. Sometimes I will, well, if it's a more detailed project, I will definitely write the pattern as I go along through the project. It's easier to do. But with this one, I have written down the basics. I've filmed some videos, some instructional videos to go along with it, and they're pretty detailed. And then I will, lost track of what I was saying. Oh dear, it's late in the day. Getting closer to sunset here. Anyway, yes, I will come back to that and I will write the pattern that way around this time. So that's another thing that I've finished. Another thing that I'm working on, it's not a finish, but it's a fun new thing that I'm doing, is mosaic crochet. And I've only done one sample so far. I really enjoyed that. I bought a book. It's by, I think it's Esme Crick. Probably saying her last name wrong. Anyway, I'll put it in the listing down below. And it's about, there are two different types of mosaic crochet. I had no idea about this when I first looked into mosaic crochet. I just looked at the designs and I was like, wow, that is really cool. I want to do that. But I didn't know there were two types. So there's overlay crochet and there's inset crochet, both mosaic crochet. Both have wonderful design possibilities, but they're worked differently and the charts are read differently. So I'm learning all about both types. The sample that I did was overlay, and I'm going to try inset next. Esme's book is all the inlay method. And then I just ordered another mosaic crochet book yesterday because I saw it on someone's Instagram page and they thought it was great, so then I had to order it too. I have to stop ordering books. I just love books. So that's another thing that I'm learning. I'm still going with my granny square crochet blanket and that's going well. I don't work on that all the time. That is really a long-term project. It's one that I'm more than happy to put down and pick up again. I'm not fussed about how long it takes. And then the really fun one is my hand-woven quilt, which I am quilting on my machine at the moment. And once it's all quilted, I'm going to keep the quilting fairly simple. I'm going to sew on the binding, so I've got some bias binding to go around the outside, and then I'll be finished. My first hand-woven quilt, and I'm already excited about making my next one. I think it's going to be fabulous. I haven't got any particular thoughts or plans for it, but I'm just really looking forward to it because have really enjoyed making this one. It's presented a lot of challenges, but it's taught me a lot as well, and it's allowed me to use a lot of the different skills that I've learned over the years. Just recently I also finished a new class for the weaving school, and that's a colour and weave class, and it's been very well received. People have said that they love that, and so I'm very happy about that. And then I've also just finished, just last night I completed a hand knitting project, but I can't give the details about it unfortunately because the recipient may be watching this video. Possibly. I don't want to say that what it is just in case, but that's going to be a Christmas gift for somebody. So I've had all these different things happening, weaving, knitting, crochet, knitting machine, and it's just been great to work through that range of projects, the range of disciplines, and to complete a lot of things. I'm sure that there are more things that I've been working on that I have, that escape me at the moment, smaller things probably, but I'm just really enjoying everything, and I hope for you that you can find that joy in the things that you make as well. And if you're a long-term maker, I think you understand what I'm talking about. Well, friends, that's all from me for now, and I'll see you soon.